A very good Friday to all of you as we have University of San Diego hosting Pepperdine. This is women's tennis, and it is on CrossCourt Cast presented by Crack Rackets alongside my producer, Daniel Westhoff. I'm Bryan Fenley, and you've got two of the top teams in the WCC. Pepperdine, they're wearing the white tops. They are the number 7 ranked team in the nation. University of San Diego hosting. They are number 39. Pepperdine coming in 4-0 in league play. 13-4 overall, and the Toreros of San Diego 9-8 overall and 3-0 in the WCC. As is customary, we've got 3 double sets on 3 different courts that will be played out, and what you're seeing right here is what's going on the top flight of doubles with Ziva Faulkner and Chantel Savon of Pepperdine on the near side, taking on Anna Mall and Hannah Reed. A change at the ones at Dubs for the Waves, different than what they normally do. Usually they will go Faulkner along with Sonia Shienbayeva, and they have split those two. And Faulkner working with Savon for the first time this year. As for Mall and Reed, they are 5-5 in their last 10 completed double sets together. Waves are coming off a 6-1 win over Portland and a sweep victory 7-0 against Cal Poly over the last few weeks. This matchup at San Diego was the final regular season road contest for the Waves. Just getting started on court number 1. Over on court number 2, Alexia Harmon and Anastasia Rakina for Pepperdine on the far end. And they are taking on Maria Shmakova of the Toreros, along with Vilma Krebs-Bolesta. Scoring bottom left of your screen as we continue to keep track on everything that is going on. After the 3 double sets, the team that takes the doubles point, which comes by winning 2 of the 3 double sets, will have a little bit of an edge going into singles, where we will have 6 simultaneous singles matches happening, with each one of those singles matches vying for a .1 off the best of 3 set up there for singles, best of 3 sets. Rakina and Harmon teaming up together here at the twos for Pepperdine. Normally for the Waves is Krakina and Savant. But a change at the twos. Savant bumped up to the ones with Faulkner, and they're down 1-0 at the ones. Lesta and Shmakova, they are 3-1 together on this court for San Diego on the year. And they've got one win on each flight of doubles, 1, 2, and 3. For some clarity, the Pepperdine wearing the white bottoms, and it's San Diego. They've got the black skirts, because both teams are wearing light blue as far as tops. You can hear the wind ripping through the court. It's 73-degree temperatures here. A little cloudy skies. Wind is at 9 miles per hour. Here at the University of San Diego, where they went on the road and played a non-conference match at a top 40 ranked team in the nation. Baylor fell and did so amidst the conference slate just to get their strength of schedule up. Among all the 3 different doubles courts, Pepperdine has had the most success at the twos here. Well, they are a combined 11-3, a 79% winning percentage of completed doubles sets. They're at 75% at the ones, and it's at the threes where they do have a winning percentage as we go there now, 9-6, but it is at 60%. And this is our third and final flight of dubs. Duru Suka with Shahomi Leong of Pepperdine. They took the first game. And San Diego responding thereafter with Charlotte Keidel and Christina Nordicyan. Pepperdine has 4 different players that are ranked in singles. All of them are amidst the doubles matchups right now, including one on this court in Suka, who is ranked at 115 in the nation. Suka and Leong, this doubles partnership for the Waves. They are 7-3 together on the year in dual action, including 6-3 at the threes. Pepperdine serving at 1-all. As for the Torero bunch out there, and Keidel and Nordicyan, they are a perfect 3-0 in dual action, and all 3 of those wins coming at the three. So we've hit a sit down between San Diego and Pepperdine, the first at the threes, which allows us to deviate over to court 2 and see what's happening there, where it's all San Diego so far. San Diego serving. Molesta along with Shmakova for the Toreros. Out is the call. Winning a point in close quarters. Everybody coming in to the forecourt and seeing their reflexes put to the test and their anticipatory skills. Pepperdine enters this ranked matchup 8-2 versus ranked opponents this year. And they've gone 6-0 on the road against ranked teams in 2026, trying to keep that mark perfect today. Right in between the Torero duo. Off the backhand, punishing winner. Throttled through the court for the Waves. San Diego has won a total of 5 double sets on the year at the twos. They're 5-6 overall. Second most effective court in terms of double sets won on the year. Great angle found, and using the width to keep it away from the pair from Pepperdine, who are playing deep in the court. Pop-up window top right of your screen, also indicating the other 2 matches. Each will be played to 1 set in doubles and where they stand score-wise. We just have game-by-game scoring, so bear with us here as we do our best to try to get you the in-game scoring. At a changeover, they are at the twos. Or no, not quite yet. Beg your pardon. Back on March 31st, San Diego was down at Baylor at the Herd Tennis Center playing the number 38 ranked team Baylor in the nation, and that was versus the number 39 ranked team in San Diego. Bears took it 4-1, stepping outside of conference play. Too strong on the backhand volley, hoping to intercept and poach at the net would be the Waves, as San Diego has stowed away a 3-games-to-love lead at the first sit-down at the twos. Let's pivot over to the ones, where it's Saban and Faulkner with a slight edge for Pepperdine versus Mall and Reed. Faulkner, second highest ranked singles player on her team for the Wave. She is at 32 in the nation. Meanwhile, Hannah Reed, we mentioned her for the Toreros, and they're wearing the black bottoms, so they are on the near side of your screen. They have Hannah Reed. She leads the way for USD with an 11-5 singles record. Obviously, we're not at singles yet, but she is the sole singles ranked player on the Toreros at 119 in the nation. Maul and Reed back earlier this week when they played at Baylor. They took on Baylor's Gabrielle Villegas, and Susana Kubacha did not win a single game. 6-love, that's that score. And the Toreros do have a game this go-around, trying to inch closer. Serving strong into the backhand, and an unsuccessful return off of Pepperdine. It was a drama-filled matchup the last time these two teams played, which was last season. USD won it 4-3 to clinch the program's first ever WCC championship title. And here they meet again. Preseason 1 and 2 in their conference. Pepperdine preseason pick number 1, San Diego number 2. Off the runaround, it's too wide. Serving with confidence here would be the Toreros, as some returns have been misplayed, building up the lead in the game. San Diego enters 6-2 at home. They are 3-8 versus nationally ranked teams. Played the love ball off the change of direction long. And that slight deviation from what was the start of a rally and the type of pattern of play that was envisioned, and that leads to an error. Game points coming up. I believe it's 40-30 here. steps in and handles the central ball and redirects at the feet for the volley winner. As that backhand hung up there a little bit, allowing the Waves a chance to get to the volley. And we've got a deciding point here. No ad scoring. Next point will be the team that wins the game. Just enough to keep it in. Took a risk and a great decision made. Look at how much lateral quickness and movement had to be made to get to it, let alone keep it in, and buries it deep in the doubles alley. Winning a game, holding off a deciding point. All San Diego at the twos, all the Waves at the threes. As we show you in tandem with one another, the bottom two flights of doubles and where their double sets stand. Conference wins for the Toreros have been against Santa Clara, Portland, and number 65 LMU. Pepperdine in charge at the threes. A game away from closing out their double set in their favor. Keep in mind, if the serve goes into the box, despite hitting the top of the tape, lets are in play. Pepperdine at the threes to the right are serving now for their match, or their double set, if you will. Was up in the point at the twos was San Diego. And they come up short there while Pepperdine is closing in on court number 3. Suke and Leong for Pepperdine at court number 3, facing Nordicyan and Keidel. We'll focus on the threes solely for the moment. Guarding the line. You'd have to think that this is a matchup that certainly could have a lot of say towards not only WCC championship tournament positioning, but how many teams we potentially out of this conference we could see get into the NCAA tournament. Pepperdine seemingly a lock, but San Diego has had a tough schedule. They're a top 40 team, and if they can't win conference, maybe they can get an at-large bid. Wow, one of the most exciting points I have seen all dual season, where there was angle used that I didn't even think existed. Angle there to close it out, but that was one of the many shots that used some aggressive, excessive angle off of the rackets of both doubles teams in that exchange. San Diego is within a game at the ones from down 3-1, now down 3-2. Love 30. Oh, that's not correct. Try to get you that in-game score. There it is, 15-30. Just enough on it to absorb it, keep it in, and Pepperdine takes control and garners the double set at the threes in their favor in emphatic fashion. A commanding 6-1 takedown of the Toreros, which means the 2 remaining double sets being on court 2 and court 1. Everything is going to rest on what happens with these 2 remaining courts. San Diego has to win both of these courts to take home the doubles point, and the job a little bit easier for Pepperdine. They need to win one of the 2 remaining courts of a double set played. We return to court 2, where Pepperdine, Grakina, and Harmon find themselves in a difficult spot, trailing 4-1. Taking on Shmakova. Shmakova and Holesta. An excellent shot down the line. Beautifully struck. Kept that one in. Off the backhand side as it goes right past the net presence. USD women playing right now. The men will be on the court tomorrow, taking on Pacific. Busy day on campus here at University of San Diego. You've got women's tennis. You've got a softball game coming up in 2 hours and a baseball game in 4 hours. So settle in for some women's tennis here in the meantime. CrossCourt Cast presented by Crack Racquets. Be sure to follow Crack Racquets on all social media. It is the #1 place for everything college tennis related and more. Off a blocked attempt at a return of serve. Long it goes. San Diego serving 4-2. Right on through the middle. With an opportunistic backhand short in the court and threads it through the pair from USD. Update on court one, Pepperdine still leading 4-3. Early break of serve worked against the Toreros on court one as they try to fight back. Savvy instincts in pursuit of the cross court. And a dink-dangle winner for a volley that was put away with perfection. Got pushed back. Leads to an air. You think about the picture right now, WCC women's tennis standings. Pepperdine is at the very top. They're the only team at 4-0. These are actually the only two undefeated in league play teams in the WCC right now. Pepperdine at 4-0, San Diego at 3-0. But you do have three other teams with 3 wins. Washington State 3-1, same for St. Mary's. LMU is at 3-2 in league play. At the very bottom of league play, you've got Gonzaga at 0-4, Seattle U at 0-3, and the conference tournament will be later on this month up in Northern California. That's a big hold for San Diego. Keep the gap in their favor at 5-2. Charging back at the ones would be University of San Diego. From a breakdown, they have recovered back on level footing with the Waves at 4-all. Our matchup here at the ones is Faulkner and Savan of Pepperdine facing Reed and Mole. This is what's left already. If you're just joining us at the threes, it was an easygoing double set win for Pepperdine, 6-1. Strong contingent of Torero fans making their presence felt and cheering on their 39th ranked team in the nation, seeking their 10th win of the year overall with a win today. But with the body shot, reminder that San Diego, court 1, would be the team closest to you on screen. And San Diego on court 2 is the team on the far end in the right screen. That one was awfully close, but I think it would be ruled out. Once the doubles point is settled, we'll have our singles lineup. 6 singles matches happening all at the same time. That is great anticipation, right screen, stepping across and finding an available and accessible two-handed volley attempt to put at the feet. Moving in and taking that one before the bounce. That is one risky attempt at a forehand, and it pays off with pace and precision and taking some time away as well. Taking a 5-4 lead at the ones would be the Toreros from down 4-2. They have strung together 3 straight games in their favor. On top at the ones, as they are at the twos. San Diego on this court, serving for the double set. A scintillating display off the backhand drop volley. Even with how aggressive in their return position the Waves are playing there, still too much ground to make up. Not enough time to get to the well-placed and handled drop volley. Slight indecision there on the Waves' end. One thought the other was going to get it, and then ultimately it was a back-footed backhand recovery shot that ultimately would get gobbled up, serving to stay in the double set. It'd be the Waves at the one line of doubles. Big drive is overstruck by Pepperdine in service returning on court 2. San Diego makes an electrifying effort at the net on court 1 to salvage a point. The benefit of really going after a return is that the team's second ball in the rally is one that you can really attack at the net, and doing just that would be the Waves on court 2. Tight to the line on court 1, out is the call. And Pepperdine continues to serve. Made the right decision with the net player moving up the sideline, but could not quite concoct the cross court to be in the right spot. And the Toreros have staked out the double set at the 2s. Each team winning a double set, meaning it's going to come down to this court 1 to determine who takes the doubles point. Proceeding singles play. That's when you know you've got to be able to put away. The Waves will be the first to acknowledge that right up the middle, just slightly caught off guard. Out is the call there. And a massive hold for the Waves. This is going to take us to 5-all. Court 3 of dubs went to Pepperdine 6-1. San Diego responds. The takedown on court 2. Just around and out of reach. A backhand that needs to be watched one more time. It took on an inside-out look to it to spearhead the winner and shot shape it around the net presence. Falling behind, love 30 off the double and the return winner. It's the Toreros in a bit of a bind here in game 11. The nerves starting to get to the Toreros. Perhaps that's reason for the service hiccup. And Pepperdine has a big lead as the returning team in this game. Hopes to get that first serve in. It'll bring up 40-15, or excuse me, 15-40. A misplay, lots of heaviness, top spin, pushing back Pepperdine and adding on to the difficulty of trying to play that deep, angular cross court into the forehands. Just out of reach slightly, and a drop of serve will give Pepperdine a 6-5 lead. Serving next, hoping to close it out before the tiebreaker. Pepperdine in front, 6-5. San Diego suffering 2 double faults in that last game. Fell behind Love 40, won 2 points thereafter, but a big deficit to try and overcome. Change of sides for both of these teams. A passionate and energetic crowd giving a big morale boost to the home team. Six-5 Waves. Big time serve, attacking the backhand return, and no return imminent. That was a flatter type of serve. Adds on to the speed and the pace of it, giving you less time to react to it and get the racket around fast enough. Out off the return, trying to strike that backhand in. But the Toreros needing a little bit more topspin on that return to get it back into the court. Well engineered. Lots of open space up the sideline, and that backhand finding that space. 30-15 is what's upcoming. Set point / match points. 1 point away the Waves are from laying claim to the doubles point. Too tall to force the error. After giving up 3 straight games, the Pepperdine Waves win the final 3 games of that double set and clinch the doubles point. From down 5-4, they take it 7-5. And what a job it was for Faulkner and Savant, who claimed the doubles point with a clinching double set on court 1. When we come back, we'll have singles. For my producer, Daniel Westhoff, I'm Bryan Fenley. Keep it with us here as we get to singles in one epic showdown between 2 ranked teams, Pepperdine and University of San Diego. After the doubles point went Pepperdine's way, we kick off action in singles play. This is CrossCourt Cast, presented by Crack Racquets, alongside my producer Daniel Westoff. I'm Bryan Fenley. This is a WCC showdown. Two teams inside the top 40 in the nation. University of San Diego, the number 39th ranked team in the land, hosting number 7 Pepperdine. And of the 6 singles matches happening concurrently, this would be at the 1 line. Charlotte Keitel for University of San Diego, the Kansas State transfer. She is on the far end, and she is taking on the nation's 32nd ranked singles player, the 5'8" transfer from Slovenia, in Ziva Faulkner. Pepperdine, they're wearing the white bottoms, and San Diego wearing the black bottoms to distinguish each team and what they're wearing. Low margins as she hugs the backhand to the baseline. Well done from Faulkner, who's won 3 of her last 4 completed singles matches, including 2 straight coming in, dropping a total of 3 games over 4 sets won, with a 6-1, 6-1 win against Portland's number 1 and a 6-love, 6-1 win against Cal Poly's number 1. Missing cross court off the backhand for Faulkner. She is one of 4 ranked singles players that number 7 Pepperdine has. And what is their final regular season road contest of the year. Perfect 4-0 in league play would be the Waves, and 3-0 in WCC action would be San Diego. They're the only remaining teams in the conference that have undefeated league records. Put on the move, and that is Keitel taking control. Forcing the stretch backhand return, and then going right back into that backhand corner with a short lefty forehand strike. Closes out the point. Keitel out strong, the hold, and then the break of serve, boosting her cause at 2 games to love as we get a first glance at the twos that are going head-to-head. And Vilma Krebs Halesta, and she is taking on Anastasia Grekina. Halesta is 8-3 in dual action and 3-1 at the twos this year. Grekina, meanwhile, 19th in singles. That's the highest ranked singles player on the Waves roster. And she is 7-5 in dual play, winning her last 2 singles matches. Deciding point coming up on this court. So a game point and a break point for the serving Grakina, the sophomore from Russia. Frustration for the Waves as Holesta has a 2-1 lead as they make their way to the chair for the first sit down. Number 3 singles is now what we will check out here. Hannah Reed for San Diego, the only ranked singles player on the team for the Toreros at 119 in the nation, taking on Chantal Savon. Savon on the near side of your screen, 9-4 in dual action. Has won 7 of her 9 singles matches this year at the fours, is 0-2 at the threes, which is where she is now. Looked like that one might have just missed wide from Reed. Wide on the passing shot attempt. Reed leads her team in singles matches won on the year. The only one in double digits, 11-5. And hasn't lost at the three. She has been so dominant as she serves. 6-0 at the threes, winning 7 straight singles matches. It's the most productive in terms of point scoring court of the 6 singles courts for San Diego on the year would be the threes, winning 73% of their completed singles matches on this court. Savon finding angle and width off of both her backhand and forehand to ultimately wrestle the point away from Reed, who drops her delivery and gives Savon the 2-1 advantage. Durusake of Pepperdine is on the far end at the fours here, taking on Ines Leon, who serves for San Diego. Leon 3-8 on the year. The lob was a thing of beauty. Sake with the perfect touch. Taking on Leon, who is one of 3 freshmen in the singles lineup for San Diego. Taking the backhand, flattening things out, rocketing it cross court. That was Suke after Leon displayed some really nice, aesthetically pleasing one-hand backhands in that exchange, but was put on the run and moved around. Leon, freshman from Spain. Her opponent, Suka, 5'6" sophomore out of Turkey. Last year, she was a WCC Singles Honorable Mention and won WCC Singles Player of the Week twice in 2025. Last meeting between these two, San Diego won it. It came down to the final court, 4-3, and it was for the WCC Championship title. If that last matchup is any indication how close this one might be. You're at the 4 spot for Pepperdine. You're 10-3 collectively, winning 77% of their singles matches completed on this court. Double fault there. That's a big one because that will give Suka a 3 games to love lead as Leon drops her delivery and things are looking good for the Waves at the 4 line. But what about the 5 line? Another freshman for the Toreros, and it's Maria Shmakova serving. Taking on Alexia Harmon of Pepperdine. An overruling by the chair umpire there after the ball initially was called out. At this 5 spot, Shmakova for San Diego 7-4 on the year, but 8-6 overall in dual action. She's played the 4s, the 5s, and the 6s. Most of those matches, of course, coming at the 5s here. Outside. 15-30, a double fault. Going against Shmakova. out of Russia. Took the kick serve into the backhand corner to get a backhand of her own and laced down the line. A really well-engineered pattern for the WCC Freshman Player of the Week, the first week of March of this year. Has lost her last two matches, though, at the fives, Shmakova. Rally tolerance being exuded by Harmon as she mixes and throws in a few lobs just to change up the tenor of the point. Shmakova getting to neutral and sometimes offensive, but having a hard time closing out the point. Came in with plenty of time as that one hung up there off the drop shot and allowed Harmon to race in and put away that one rather briskly. Harmon 11-2, second most singles wins on the year as a perfect 3-0 when taking on WCC opponents. And she wins that game to get back on serve. Number 6, our sixth and final flight of action. Ani Mall taking on Xiaomi Liang. Mall of University of San Diego, 3-4 in dual action. And Liang is 4-4 for Pepperdine. Liang has really hit a good stride here. As she serves, she is the winner of her last 3 completed singles matches. Freshman from Malaysia. Went for a little bit more risk, and that ball had to be reached upon and slightly out of her strike zone. Perhaps a cause for why that result didn't go Liang's way. And just she gives up, or rather that would be a game 1 for Mall, which should make it 3-2 if I'm not mistaken. But they're at a sit down. We'll continue to peek in on what they're up to at the sixes throughout the course of this duel. Of course, the doubles point going to Pepperdine, clinching it on court 1 of dubs, 7-5 after the first 2 double sets were split. Back to the fours, and Suka of Turkey for Pepperdine is experiencing some one-way traffic in her favor. Keep in mind, this is a Waves team that hasn't lost on the road all year. They are 6-0 away from home. Long on the service attempt. Leon trying to get herself something going in this opening set. At the line at love 4. We only have access to game-by-game scoring, so bear with us here as we parse through the in-game scoring for you. That's another errant serve attempt. Succa has not lost a match all year. This is really impressive. You look at her body of work throughout this year. She's 10-0. She's played 12 matches. The only other 2 that she didn't win were unfinished. But she had leads in both of them. Just incredible work here for Succa. And the fact of the matter is that she has, in her last 2 matches, two setters won by her. She's given up a combined 6 games, over 4 sets won. Getting closer to 5 games to love is Succa. She is there. And if she does hold at 5 love, it would be the 3rd bagel set that she has been on the winning side of on the year. All 10 of her wins have been 2-setters, by the way. Here's a fun look at things. 3 different courts of action. All at once. 4s and the 6s, and the smaller boxes to your left, and the big box at the 2s, where Rakina and Hulesta are battling it out. All 6 singles matches are still in the first set. To get our doubles point, it took about an hour. Doubles action took about an hour to conclude. Rakina serves here on court 2 for Pepperdine. Sophomore from Russia. If you want to continue to watch court 2, it's in the the top left screen. But trying to close out a bagel set here would be Succa. Did Leon track that down and keep it in? Succa had pointed as if to gesture that one was out, but it's hard to tell. And Succa still has a humongous lead. A more aggressive player from the baseline. Succa, who took a backhand, hit a flatter ball on the rise in the cross court that then would elicit an overhit slice. Tight into that corner. The ability to attack off the one-hander. Having already won her double set at the threes, Succa with Leong. Now is taking on Leong and is up 5 games to love. Drawing that one-hander, and it doesn't go as planned for Leong. And Succa won her double set 6-1 and has taken the first set in singles 6-love. 13 games collectively played for her, and she has won 12 of the first 13. What work at the fours for Pepperdine. So as they are in between sets, let's set our attention on the twos, where Holesta of University of San Diego has the firm grip on the first set lead. Holesta 8-3 in dual action. Will bring in the sixes as well, side by side. Where Shahomi Leong trying to polish off a first set win, although she is currently returning. Pepperdine, they're wearing the white skirts. Leong, who teamed up with Succa at 3 dubs. That was the first double set to end. The clincher coming on court 1 for Pepperdine. Leong in singles on the year is 4-4. Winning her last 3 completed singles matches. That's Small getting a short ball and punishing Leong on court 6. Grekina has won her last 2 singles matches, although she finds herself behind 5-2 at the twos. Keenan playing here at the twos, where she is 2-4 on the year. Serving at 3-5. San Diego leading on court 2. Pepperdine well in front for court 6. First set already complete at the 4s, and it was 6-love for Pepperdine. Zucca getting the job done. As does Maul on that service game to bring it to 5-3 at the 6s. Pepperdine not playing with one of their better players in Sanya Zienbaeva, who's 40th in the nation in singles. So that has had to move the singles lineup up one spot to fill the void. Pepperdine 9-5 on the year combined at the 6s. And San Diego at the 6s is 9-6. So they are point producing at about the same percentage on court 6 this year. A heavier ground stroke to start the point for Maul, and then she flattens it out with her second forehand, adds some pace, and by injecting that, causes the error. Rakina, left box, serving at 3-5. Came in off the chip reply, only to get beaten by the overhead off the lob that was too tall. Another sign of coming in, but this time Rakina makes the most of it. Not at all eager to stay on the baseline. Rakina moving in and had a smash to put away. So it's going to be 5-4. She trails down a break at the 2s. That said, let's turn our attention to the 1s. Charlotte Keitel at 5-3 against Faulkner. Eva Faulkner. Bring in for you to check out the 5s where Shmakova serves for the opening set for San Diego at the line against Harmon at 5-3. Harmon has won her last 9 matches In danger of falling a set down. The 5'9" junior from Germany, transfer from Kansas State. Keidel trying to take care of business on court number 1. Out to a strong start. She is. She has the first set in her possession. Holesta at the 2s. Or San Diego possesses a break lead. Taking on Racquets as Holesta begins her sojourn to try and make this the final game of the opening set with a hold. She would do just that. San Diego on courts 2 and 5, serving for first set leads, 1 set leads. Out of position after the drop shot, left the cross court open, and finding it with ease was Racquets. He needs a break to stay alive in the opening set. It's a big one for Holesta. Comes up with the point there. Still serving, though, at 5-4. Shmakova has the first set. 6-3 on court 5. Holesta and Racquets still in pursuit of the opening set on court 2. Caught the line. Perfectly placed. Holesta, what a way to close out a set by dotting the sideline with a two-hander of a winner. San Diego with the opening set going their way, not only on court 5, but right here on court number 2 as well. So we transition to the 3s. This is a match that is anyone's. Savon and Reed. Waves come in winning their last 2 duels. And then before that, they took on 4 straight ranked opponents where they went 3-1 during that stretch. The only loss was to number 14 NC State, 4-3. Played it on the bounce, gave her some more time to load up and make a decision on where she wanted to take the backhand. And that's Reed coming up with the goods there. Midway through March, a huge win in Malibu for Pepperdine as you see all the other scores of the other courts on the pop-up window to your right. Waves winning over number 2 Ohio State 4-love. They swept the number 2 ranked team in the nation. And it's a Pepperdine team that has a total of 4 sweep wins on the year. Another one coming against number 6 USC at the time, Gonzaga as well, along with Santa Clara. Anna Reed trying to move herself in front 5-4 with a hold. She would be able to do that. The sophomore from England. It was a WCC co-freshman of the year a season ago. Was also part of the WCC doubles team of the week in 2026 was Reed. That was back in January. Savon on the other side of the net, grad student from Germany. Both teams showcasing a lot of international flavor. Savon, at one point this season, won 5 straight singles matches. That's been her longest win streak of her collegiate career at Pepperdine. Wind is up to about 9 miles per hour in San Diego, which is where we are here. 56% humidity. Temperature is at a cool 71 degrees. That one finds the line. Anna Reed, ranked 119 in the nation, serving at 4-all. Now, a call was made, and it's going to be upheld by the chair umpire, despite some objection to that call from Reed. So Savon, all of a sudden, has broken 5-4. She'll have a chance to serve out the opening set. The grad student from Germany is mentioned, who has already been named WCC Singles Player of the Week twice this year, including the last time was final week of March. Leon versus Succa. And it is Succa who is serving. You're on court 4. Or make that Leon is the one serving. Beg your pardon. San Diego, they're wearing the black skirts. First set to end was on this court, and Suka did it without dropping a game. Double there for 30 all. Suka is 115 in the nation in singles. She is the fourth and final singles player to be ranked on her team. Ranked as high as 91 in the nation, and that came in December of 2024. Struggling to find the box. That's a few double faults there. One after the other. Making life a little bit easier for Suka, who hasn't dropped a singles match all year in the dual season. All 10 of her singles matches won have all been two setters, never giving up more than 4 games in any set. Just incredible. Pepperdine has the lead because they have taken the doubles point. That's all we have score-wise so far. Pepperdine starting out with a 6-1 win at 3 dubs, and then closing it out with Savon and Faulkner at the ones of doubles, 7-5. From down 5-4, they won the final 3 games in a doubles set that went 53 minutes. Winning the battle for court position there was Leon. And so she manages the hold and works around the 2 double faults. Really good stuff from her. Cross-court miss. This is Reed and Savon on court 3. All the matches you can see happening at the same time, and the up-to-date score of each one of them can be found in the pop-up window to the right. This being court 3, the only match, as you can tell, that hasn't ended its first set. San Diego winning 3 of the first 5 completed opening sets. Pepperdine the other 2. And you just had this sense, with how closely they played last year, a 4-3 win for San Diego, that we could be playing for a long time into 3 sets and down to a final point. say 3-all and then eating a 4-3 to win it. Affirmed by the chair umpire was the out called. Looks like, did we just wrap up that first set? If so, it would be Savon 6-4. Figure out what's going on there in a moment. In the meantime, Faulkner has been coming out in the second set with a strong showing, with a break lead and a hold to go in front 2-0. At the twos, early goings of a second set between Halesta and Grakina. Halesta holding at 5-4 to take the opening set. San Diego, they're wearing the black skirts, Pepperdine the white skirts. It's Grakina serving here for the Waves. Looking to go up 3-love in the second. Came in early, but then regrets that decision almost instantaneously with a cross-court pass, getting the best of Grakina, who has won her last 2 matches, and those were at the threes. So she's playing up at the twos. Last time she played at the twos was against number 15 Cal back in mid-March and lost 3-2 in a 2-setter. You got to work really hard to finally win points against Celesta, who you also have to be careful if you're Grakina. You can't play if you're in the forecourt with a lot of margin because there's that opportunity for Celesta to want to pass you. But she will make you really have to earn for points, hitting a few extra balls. That one got away from her. And again, trying to move in. That seems to be something, a focus for Gracchina. Getting that backhand on her front feet. A front-footed attempt. At the ones, Faulkner has given up her first game on what is the second set against Keitel, who leads 6-3 and is down 1-2. Final opening set to end was at the threes when Savon had the 6-4 opening set win. Look at that. My word, that was fun to watch. The extension, the flexibility, and then to turn it cross court with such sharpness. Really impressive play from Gracchina, and no wonder she let out a large roar afterwards as she rallies and comes back to win that game to go up 3-love in the second set. Keitel making a comeback here, winning 2 straight games from down 2 games to love in set 2. Faulkner serves at 2-all. As Eva Faulkner has been on a tear as of late with her singles action, winning 3 of her last 4 singles matches. All of those 3 wins coming in straight setters. Making a call that she thought was out was Keitel. Saying a ball hit by Faulkner was overhit. Played it tight to the corner, missed it. Went for more than she needed to. More risk, that is. But the way Keitel is striking the ball with such confidence and verve, you almost feel like you've got to play the low percentage shot to try and wrestle away control of the point. Faulkner, though, just this past Tuesday was named WCC Singles Player of the Week for a 3rd time this year. And she's been at the ones all year, but it hasn't come easy for her today. Impressive considering that she is 3-3 against ranked singles players during the dual season in 2026. 30-15 for Faulkner here. Out is the call. That one was hit low, and then coming up with a low return was Keidel. Scrapes up on it, but just pulls it wide. So Faulkner does negotiate the hold away from the Keidel chance at breaking. So it's going to be 3-2 at the ones. As we bounce over to the fives, where Alexia Harmon and Maria Shmakova are facing off. And deciding point coming up on this court. Pepperdine enters this matchup against San Diego with a big edge in the all-time series history. 65-6 record against University of San Diego, including 23-3 on the road. Shmakova turns one wide, and she wanted to replay the point because it looked like there was a ball that came over onto her side of the court, but it didn't necessarily, arguably, affect play. We're trying to pick up, so we can hear the chair umpires, and after every point they'll say the game score, but sometimes the words we hear are from a chair umpire or from an adjacent court, so we apologize as we do our best to try and parse through what is the in-game scoring. Dropping her serve. That's going to bring Harmon back into the second set at 2-all. So no longer a break lead in hand for Shmakova as Harmon getting a boost of confidence. To the sixes. Ramol and Leong are going head-to-head. Leong serving for Pepperdine. Injecting pace in a cross court as she tattoos Leong, a sitter, and immediately changes the pace of that point. Leong winning her last 3 matches completed. Has played at the 5s and the 6s. Only 2 freshmen on this Pepperdine team, Leong being one of them, first year from Malaysia. She's the only one, though, in the singles rotation today. A tight margin of a forehand that was dotted into that corner was enough risk to force Leong to go long on the successive shot off the ground. Leong hasn't lost a match since March 3rd. Just out of reach. In pursuit of that one, trying to cover the line. Maul with the point. And if you go back to the last match that she lost, Leong, March 3rd, she actually medically retired. She was up a set. If you go back to the last finished match, straight up, that she lost, it was against UCLA all the way back in February against Olivia Center, the 6 singles player, 6-1, 6-1. Right back into that forehand corner, the unsuspecting shot, baffling her opponent. Backhand goes to the line, tight, spreading it, and working it through the defenses. That was really nicely executed. Look at what we have here at the 2s. A revival in Grakina's play after the opening setback. But she has instantly rebounded. Grakina returning. Alesta serving. Serving for some confidence. Serving for something here to try and extend this second set. Alesta has lost her last 2 singles matches, although she is 6-2 in her last 8. Pushed wide and then misses long. Grakina. Alesta does get something to go her way. But But it all is set up here for Grakina to close out with a hold the second set. Grakina 7-5 during the dual season. She's won her last 2 matches and has won 5 of her last 8 played. Serving into the backhand that time. A right call, the right decision for Grakina. Playing her first match at the 2s since March 15th. Last 3 were at the 3s. Even played it up at the 1s, where she's 1-0 on the year. Serve is long. Only 1 point. That's it. That's been played out in the dual score. Pepperdine taking it as they collected the doubles point. These are the only 2 teams left in the West Coast Conference that have unbeaten marks in league play. San Diego 3-0, Pepperdine 4-0. And the serves are just not finding the box here when they need to for Grakina, who drops 2 straight points off of double faults. And she walks up to the line, serving into the deuce court at 30-all. Three straight points, won by Halesta. And Grakina trying to avoid getting broken for the first time since the first set. Came in and misses through the middle. Set point, break point, deciding point. Let's look at that one more time. Carving it off with a backhand, shot shaping with excellence, and Grakina manages 2 double faults, saves 2 break points, needs 1 set point, and takes aim at a 6-1 second set that goes her way. Needing a third set to win her singles match, and she is 3-1 on the year in 3 setters. At the 1s, it's Keitel and Faulkner. could be well on our way to a third set here. Keitel for San Diego serves. San Diego here at the ones. 2 of the last 3 duels they've played, they've gone unfinished at the ones. They lost 4 straight at the ones from late January into early February. A total of 4 wins at the ones in singles matches this year for the Trojans. Last one coming against Rice in late March. Also winning at the ones at Portland. The Toreros doing that on March 22nd. Team that has been ranked as high as 19th in the nation this year. Entered the rankings at 30th in late February. Down as low as 46, up to 39 now. Rhythmically placed. And handling that point with such proficiency and stick-to-itiveness. Making Faulkner play the width and the full dimensions of the court. A fist bump from Faulkner, the 3-time WCC Singles Player of the Week honoree. In just 2026, the last time was just a few days ago. Was given that award back on Tuesday, also back on March 17th. And the first time it came for the native of Slovenia was late January. The second set belongs to the 5'8" transfer from Slovenia, Faulkner, who's been ranked as high as 23 in singles. Resurrects her level after a dreary start to bring forth a deciding set. For singles, and things have tightened up severely here after Succa was running into very little resistance. Here comes Leon, and Succa serves for the Waves at 3-4 on serve in the second. Succa winning that first set by way of a bagel set. That's the only bagel set that we've had of the opening sets. 3 of them went to San Diego, 3 of them going to Pepperdine. And we're starting to begin third sets on a few different courts. Double faults there. It's Leon serving for San Diego. San Diego, they are wearing the black skirts. Pepperdine in the white skirts. We're going to have 3 setters on the top 2 flights of singles, courts 1 and 2. We know for sure they're going to be going to a third set. Everything else is still in the second set. Awfully close into that corner. Hard to tell from my angle, because Leon was right in front of our camera there into where that ball landed into the corner. Chair umpire determining the ball, in fact, was out. Right back into the backhand corner. Powerful ball striking. A short forehand and putting it away with explosivity. Osaka. Leon trying to fight her way back from a 1-set deficit. Second time this year that she lost a set at 6-love. The other time was in late March at the fours versus Rice. Looking for that first win since March 22nd is Leon. The more aggressive player is Succa. The more reactive, passive one would be Leon. And it's a play style and a game plan that's favoring the more offensive-minded player. Beautiful conditions here in San Diego. 70 degrees, 9 miles per hour the wind. Wanted to hit an attacking shot with the backhand cross. Unforced errors have not been there all too often for Succa, but that time one works against her. Leon, just a freshman, working her way, building up experience. Picked up her first win on the year against Hawaii's number 3. And that was in a third set. That got her to 1-4 on the year in singles at the time. Pretty sure that it's 5-4 Succa. We'll double check on that in a moment when that score gets updated from the chair umpire who is presiding over this match. But I believe it is 5-4. We'll get you that definitively in a moment. 3 singles. Let's go back there. And this was the court that had the longest first set of the 6 singles matches. Savant breaking at 4-5 to score the opening set. And since then, she has launched to a 6-4, 4-1 lead against Hannah Reed, who is ranked 119 in singles for the Toreros. As Savant serving here at 4-1. Having won her last 5 singles matches, now 9-4 on the year. A little bit of everything in that point. Point got reset after Reed wanted to come in off a loopy, heavier hit lob-like ball, only to get pushed back. With the lob ball coming right back at her. Let's look at the 4s and the 3s at the same time. Succa, yes, had a 6-love first set and then did win those last 2 games, so she is up 5-4. Pressure on Leon to stay in the match at the 4s. That one is out from Succa. Only player on her team that hasn't lost a singles match all year. She is a perfect 10-0. 3-0 at the 6s, 5-0 at the 5s, 2-0 at the 3s, and hasn't finished a match in singles at the 4s. So, misspoke earlier. This is Succa serving for the match. It wasn't Leon on court 4. She did get broken, which allowed Succa the enviable position of being in front 5-4 in set 2. Hold here would put her at 11-0 on the campaign. For the 115th ranked singles player in the nation. Kept it back in. That was impressive work for Leon. Channeling her inner problem solver. You could see the emotion from Saka after that, and now we're having a little bit of a conversation with the chair umpire. Can't quite pick up audio-wise what they're saying, but to me it looked like that counterattack from Leon was in. Savon is a game away on court 3, as Reed is in the throes of her service at 1-5 on court 3 to the left. And they're still talking on court at the 4s. What is going on there? Pretty long conversation. Zucca is just waiting to have a resumption in play. It is over on court 3. Chantel Savant, 6-4, 6-1, is victorious over Hannah Reed. That's going to give Pepperdine not 2 games to love lead, but a 2-love lead in the duel. And what is up with the delay here on court 4? To the 6s. 5-all Maul and Leong. And somebody took another game because we're at a sit down there. In the meanwhile, with a sit down at the 6s, you can peer at the 5s. Makova 6-3, Harmon on the far side. Makova serving at 3-5. Got it. So shout out to one of the industry's best producers here, Daniel Westoff, mentioning to me that Sosaka, and the reason for the long delay was that she called that ball out from Leon. And look, I thought I saw it was in, but she called it out. And I think that's where the cause and delay is, because both parties from both teams are talking it out to the chair umpire and trying to figure out what's going to be decided here. We're closing in on what we could see would be third sets being hatched at the 5s and the 6s. We already have 3 setters up and running at the 1s and the 2s. So wouldn't that be something? If we would have 4 of the 6 singles matches go to a third set. Mall serving. Leong serving at 5-6. At the 6th line of singles, and that's where we'll now enlarge the screen. Called wide. Looked pretty tight to the line there, but out is the call. One singles match is done. 5 are still ongoing. Okay, we're back to playing at the 4s. Saka serving for the match. The wrong-footed shot goes big time forehand cross court, and Saka has come from behind in the second set and made it a 6-love, a 6-4 takedown of the freshman Ines Leon. Putting the third point on the board for Pepperdine. They need one more singles match to be won to come out of here with a win. San Diego needs to win all 4 that are still ongoing. 2 of the 4 already early goings of a third set. That would be at the 1s and the 2s. In the meantime, court 5, still in the second set. All indications are that we're going to have a tiebreaker here at the 6s. Or no, excuse me, my apologies. Mole just came up with the 7th game. So courts 1, 2, and 6 are going to be playing a third set. And could we see that on court 5? If Harmon wins this game, then we will. But Shmakova serves at 4-5. I heard love 40 from the chair umpire. Translating to set points. Here's how everything looks in real time. All the different scores from other courts on your screen, top right. Second set is complete. Harmon wins it by breaking in the final game of the second set, and we've got 4 three-setters on the horizon here in this WCC showdown amongst the two top teams in the league, San Diego and Pepperdine. So one of those that has gone into a third set would be the top flight. Keitel serving for San Diego against Faulkner. Let off on that forehand just a little bit. Didn't hit it as hard. Almost blocked it. Junior from Germany is Keitel. Transfer from Kansas State, where in 2024 she was part of the Big 12 all-freshman team. Keitel playing at the ones and the twos all year long. Most of her time spent at the ones. Last 4 matches for her at the ones for Keitel, and 2 of those 4 going unfinished. The other 2 are wins. She is Keitel 1-2 on the year when playing three-setters. So she does have 1 3-set victory, and it happened to be her last victory. At the ones over Daria Schwartzman versus Rice, late March. And to dig that one up on her backhand side and short. It's 2-all, by the way, on this court. And Faulkner is 1-2 when playing a third set this year. Played into a third set, but that one went unfinished when it was 4-all. When she was playing the 1 at then number 2 Texas A&M. Strafing off course. That one from Keitel. Her first year with San Diego. Faulkner here serving, and she's ranked 32 in the nation in singles. Highest singles ranking was 23rd, and that was about 2 weeks ago. Getting offensive off a central ball, spreading it to the inside out lefty forehand. And Keitel steals a game away from the serving Faulkner to go up 3-2. Another one that's lingering into a third set. Molesta receiving against Racquets. Racquets of Pepperdine. Pepperdine wearing the white skirts. They're serving. Or she's serving here at the twos. Wanted a winner off the return. The antithesis of trying to hit back a rally ball. On serve in this third set. Racquets being keen on performing well when playing into a third set. She's 3-1 in three-setters this year. Her last one coming March 8th against the number 3 from Cal. It's the freshman from Denmark. Making a great play on the ball. We don't have in-game scoring, so we apologize in advance as we try to make out what the chair umpires are saying. We do have game-by-game scoring. Molesta also 3-1 in three-setters this year. Changing the depth, going deeper behind the forehand, and earning a short ball to then take the point. Went through the middle and went deeper into that forehand corner to get the pop-up. And the successive winner off the subsequent shot. Could not steer that one in, though. That's one that she would love to have back. I think I heard deciding point here. No ad scoring. Pivotal point here. It either goes 3-all or 4-2 off of the outcome of this point. Earns an overhead thanks to a backhand sideline breaking cross court. Intelligent, high IQ tennis there from Racquets. And she parks it at 3-all against her opponent. Pepperdine taking the doubles point, clinching it on court 1, 7-5, courtesy of Faulkner and Savon. And since then, 2 singles wins in 2 sets for the Waves. Coming at the 3s and the 4s. A big blast, that time using pace to outplay her opponent. Halesta there. Chantel Savant winning 6-4, 6-1 at the 3s over Hannah Reed. And then 2 minutes after that one ended on court 4, Duru Suka took it 6-love, 6-4 over Ines Leon. All that Pepperdine needs is to win one more of the 4 matches that are still ongoing, and San Diego has to win every single one of them to win. And it is certainly not impossible. San Diego has done it last year when these two teams played. San Diego won a 4-3 decision against Pepperdine. Just need a little bit more on that mid-court chip. And Halesta in the final set on court 2 has a 4-3 advantage. That one is tight on court 2. What about court 5? Let's check in and see what's going on there. Shmakova versus Harmon. Harmon of Pepperdine comes in winning at 9 straight singles matches. Only 2 losses. And those coming mid-February, one of them, and the other one in late January. Shmakova serves for San Diego with a 1-love lead. Had her opponent playing some back-footed tennis, but could not finish down the line with the forehand. And if my hearing is still intact, I do believe I heard deciding point here. And going down and grabbing on to that left lower leg is Shmakova. And rolled from one side to the other. Grabbing on just right below her kneecap. Shmakova. And hunched over. They have called for the trainer. So we'll keep it right here just to see what happens. We'll keep it up on one screen, 6 singles as well, Mall and Leong. Leong at the line. She is able to get up on her own power. That is great to see from Shmakova. And struggling here to get strength on that leg that she was grabbing onto. And the thing is if you're San Diego, you have to continue on this match, because if you medically retire, then that gives the duel to Pepperdine, because all they need is one more singles match to win to then take home the duel. So we'll be keen to see what the movement looks like for Shmakova. Didn't seem, well, a little bit up there, popping up after she made the shot, coming up a little bit. But does move in. That's a gimme, and she knows that she has to put that one away. A backhand finds the net after earning a lob. Those are tough, though, to hit. Much easier to be underneath the ball and hit it by way of the overhead on that stronger, dominant side. Two trips to the net go sour for Shmakova. Movement seems to be just fine. Drops the serve there. Or drops the game, excuse me. Yeah, and Shmakova and Harmon are at 1-all. You'd think with Shmakova and taking that tumble that she's going to want to try to shorten the points a little bit, maybe take more risk, while her opponent is going to want to extend points just to test the movement and see how that leg is holding up. Over to the sixes, Leong and Mall. Pepperdine winning on courts 3 and 4, and courts 1, 2, 5, and 6 all requiring a third set to settle the scores on those courts after Pepperdine did take hold of the doubles point. Pepperdine looking for their third straight dual win and what is their final regular season road contest. Leong putting one away. Not an outright winner because the racket touched it from Mall, but capitalizing behind her movement. The Waves will have about a week before their next home match, which is going to be on April 14th. They'll take on LMU. So closing out the road portion. Into the corner, off the sitter, get to the forehand, ditch the backhand. Leong scores the point. This is CrossCourt Cast, presented by Crack Rackets. Alongside my producer, Daniel Westoff, I'm Bryan Fenley, and be sure to follow Crack Rackets on all social media platforms. This is a platform, Crack Rackets, that is changing the game and how you consume tennis. Most thorough, extensive, comprehensive coverage of college tennis and beyond that you'll ever find. So be sure to follow them on all of your social media apps and platforms. These are the only two remaining teams that are undefeated in league play. Pepperdine is at 4-0. San Diego is at 3-0. And then you start to think about what's right below them. You've got three teams that have 3 wins. Small making a winning shot for 2-all. Washington State's 3-1 in conference. St. Mary's is 3-1. LMU's at 4-2, but they do have those 2 losses. Flirting with the sideline, using all the width of the court. Misses on the forehand. If San Diego is able to pull off the stunning win in comeback fashion, that would put them at 10 wins and would make it third team in the WCC with 10 dual wins on the year. Meeting with Washington State, that's 11-6. Pepperdine is 13-4. You can see, at this point, you get to really seeing what your conditioning level is into a third set. You've already played doubles. You're going into a third. No separation between these two in the third either. Sit down there on court 6. Pepperdine at the ones. And yeah, we're going to go right there because they are a game away from winning not only the match at the ones, but clinching the duel. That would put them at 5-0 in league play. Keidel started out so strong, but Faulkner has come back and serves for the match and the clinching point. There was a ball mid-rally where Faulkner thought it was going to go out, but then with the top spin that she did find off of it, it stayed in and was late reacting to her successive shot off the ground. Had to play sort of a half volley, bunted back from close to the baseline. It is over in San Diego. For love, all Pepperdine. And the clinching point coming on court 1. Faulkner, who is ranked 32nd in the nation, is the one to see off Charlotte Keidel to close it out. Winning singles matches on, as you see, this is some of the updates on everything that has already happened. The 3 doubles sets at the top, and then you get into the below that, the singles matches, singles wins for Pepperdine, the 3s, the 4s, and the 1s, along with the doubles point, all amounts to 4 points needed, and they come up with the sweep win against another ranked team. Number 39, San Diego. Pepperdine, number 7 in the land. 5-0 in league play. They've won 3 matches in a row and improved to 14-4 on the year. A fun one to call, certainly full of gratitude in being able to be part of this one. This has been a presentation of Racquets CrossCourt Cast. Pepperdine winning it for love against San Diego. Alongside my producer, Daniel Westhoff, I'm Bryan Fenley as we say goodbye from San Diego, where the top team in the WCC gains control of the conference standings with a strong showing in America's finest city.